SCP-002. Object Class: Euclid. SCP-002 resembles a tumorous, fleshy growth with a volume of roughly 60 centimeter cubed.
This one is pretty creepy.
An iron valve hatch on one side leads to its interior, which appears to be a standard low-rent apartment of modest size. The interior of the fleshy sphere is decorated like a low-cost rented apartment, with furniture made up from biological matter, such as bone, hair, and more.
Boneless pizza.
All of which are from the human body.
2 liter of pouch.
In addition to this, there is also a window to be found on the interior, though no such breach can be seen when trying to view from the exterior. All matter tested thus far show independent or fragmented DNA sequences from each object inside of the room. There have been 7 cases of Foundation personnel disappearing after entering this SCP
Because it kills you and
for
makes you into
examination.
clothes.
And roughly at the same time,
Furniture.
new furniture could be found inside of the room, consisting of a lamp and some rugs. The furniture was, again, made up of the biological matter of the human body, presumably the biological matter of the 7 personnel that mysteriously disappeared. As detailed in the archive under the Mulhausen report, SCP-002 was first discovered in a small crater in northern where it struck Earth from orbit in 1994.
We're on the phonetic.
SCP-804. Object Class: Keter. SCP-804 is said to be the remnants of a sculpture found by a group of artists. Said sculpture consists of a model, transparent globe with a few smaller globes situated around it.
It increases
Whilst the
time.
globes swivel on the axis that they were constructed on, any man-made material within a 100-meter radius, including the tissue of a human being, will gradually decay. When it comes to inanimate objects, such as clothes, buildings, or anything else of the sort, the speed of decay is slightly accelerated. Biologically speaking, however, the corrosion of the body is a great deal slower and requires a long period of exposure to cause any permanent or noteworthy damage. This mainly consists of loss of body mass and leaving with symptoms of severe starvation. But both of these aspects can be fixed with the correct amount of medical care. Exposed to whatever force this SCP admits for an extended period of time would cause the skeleton to collapse and inevitably lead to death. Tests have been carried out to see if the results obtained from the reaction with human matter would be the same as with animal matter, but to no avail. Because of the nature of SCP-804, it is not contained within any Foundation facility, believing the effects of the SCP could destroy its own containment and seriously compromise any other containment nearby.
So you just leave that. There's a plague one in this, and it's a video game.
SCP-2998. Object Class: Safe. SCP-2998 is an anomalous radio signal picked up from all quarters of the solar system. It's not yet known where the origin of this signal is, or when it began its transmission, but the SCP Foundation made it a point to prevent all personal radios from detecting and listening to SCP-2998 until further research is conducted into the safety of the signal, as well as its origin. SCP-2998 is just a consistent electromagnetic signal which previews white noise at all times. No means have been found to decode the signal until 2011, when the signal was also found to contain a video transmission of a humanoid entity floating aimlessly in a dark room. No background information has thus far been obtained about what this message could possibly mean, or why the message is being transmitted at all. But due to bodily gestures that the aforementioned humanoid was conducting, it can be presumed that whatever it was in clear physical distress. It was initially theorized that the Foundation may be picking up signals from a television show, though this was considered highly unlikely due to the random and complex encoding of the transmission. We simply do not know.
SCP-1875. Object Class Euclid. SCP-1875 is a Victorian-era chess machine consisting of a steel chessboard table, a drive shaft, a stationary steam engine, and a suit of 18th century samurai armor. However, the machine itself is powered by a biological system that controls a matrix of 64 electromagnets using an engine created from the combined brain tissue of the twin daughters of a Russian chess prodigy. A complete set of 32 pieces carved in the Oriental style from human bone, with each piece affixed to a thin 0.31 centimeter base pad of ferromagnetic iron. Effectively, the whole thing runs on the souls of the two little girls. It is said that the souls will perform illegal moves during a game and make illogical turns whilst playing. SCP-1875 containment permit no use of data network devices and a child psychologist to be present. The Euclid ranking of this SCP seems very appropriate, considering the fact that we do not fully understand how it works, nor why it works, nor what works within it. Only the premise is understood at this point.
We have 56 minutes of this.
SCP-823. Object Class Euclid. SCP-823 is an abandoned amusement park located in
It kills everyone
It
who
is
goes in
responsible
there.
for the deaths of an unfathomably large amount of people, nicknamed Bloody Sunday because of the 231 people dying
Dear
in the theme
God,
park
that's more than the
due
event
to
that
the
caused-
accidents of staff members and customers alike.
They're a
The
horror
majority of these
foundation.
deaths were horrifically violent. Some examples include a mascot found dead of suffocation, a group of people found decapitated on a roller coaster, a couple fused together on a ride, and a mutilated man found in the Hall of Mirrors. Foundation personnel are found surveying the area and are instructed to avoid an area known as the Red Zone. The Red Zone is an area where no one can enter, not even by those of the highest authority. It isn't stated as to why the Red Zone cannot be accessed, but it does claim that anyone who attempts to enter will be terminated by sniper fire. Should music or piping be heard emanating from within the Red Zone, Foundation personnel on site are immediately prepared to use protective earplugs and withdraw from their positions to a 2-kilometer period beyond the currently established Yellow Zone and inform Foundation scientific personnel immediately.
Not even close to finishing this.
SCP-1981. Object Class Safe. SCP-1981, or commonly referred to as Ronald Reagan cut up whilst
I'm not listening to
talking,
this.
is a strange,
to
distorted
this.
videotape
Can't make
of
it.
Ronald
Or
Reagan
look
making
at
his
it.
evil empire speech.
Leave my
The tape
phone.
itself is
Find
made
it.
from all the normal materials that you would expect to get from a Betamax tape. The tape was originally encountered by a filing clerk in the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in 1991, 11 years after this original speech was made. During the tape, Reagan's face seems to fall apart, cuts opening up on his face and eyes becoming bruised. The video continues until his vocal cords are severed. Occasionally, during the beginning of the tape, a figure clothed in black robes and a pointed hood appears in the background, which replaces another member of the press detail. SCP-1981 is kept inside of a secure video storage unit in the media archive of Site. Years of natural magnetic interference have severely degraded